Amazing. Well, hello. Good evening, dear holy friends. I want to wish you all a Chodesh Tov. We have just entered the beautiful Hebrew month of Shevat. Shevat, Shevat, Shevat. Shevat, Shevat, Shevat. Should we make a Shevat song together? Should we just make up a Shevat song? Let's do it. Shevat. Shevat. Oh, the trees rising high. It's getting more hot. Oh, Shevat. Oh, Shevat. The water coming in through the roots. Winter's gonna stop. Although we haven't really had winter here in Colorado. It's kind of... seems like the winter's just gonna start. New water coming in. New life coming in. Getting ready for nature's blossoming. New life coming in. Oh, water coming in. Getting ready for nature's blossoming. You as a human being come from the earth. We are not separate. We are made of dirt. At least our bodies are, but that's not all our worth. 'Cause our souls come from on high. Oh, the earth and the sky meeting in the human being. 'Cause my friend, you and 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 me, we are all just trees. We are all just trees. Sing with me. We are all just trees. Oh, we are all just trees. We are all just trees. We are all just trees. When our branches go high and our roots go deep, we know that our growth is setting us free. So we know that our growth is setting us free. We are all trees. We are all trees. Alright, I want to invite everyone to plant your feet on the floor. Like the tree that you are, 2 feet straight on the ground, planted into the earth. And I want to invite everyone to slowly raise their branches up with a deep breath. We are all trees. We are all trees. Our branches go so high. And our feet go so deep. One more time. What a silly song.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
Oh, your thunder just compliments my thunder.
Okay. I just saw Rabbi Anava saying about Tu B'Shvat. If a person is kind of like a tree, a dried out tree, and you do the Tu B'Shvat Seder, celebrating, the dried fruit, it'll kind of rejuvenate you. Have you heard that before?
There's very deep messages in this month, the special ceremony of this month, and in general, it's going to teach us a lot about eating, a lot about food, and the beautiful natural world that Hashem gave us. Hello, friends. Welcome.
Hey.
We also would just like to welcome back a special holy soul that has touched the soil of the Holy Land very recently. Friend David here has just come back from Eretz Yisrael. Bochim habayim. I was kind of wishing you wouldn't come back, but it's great to see you anyway. Yeah, we have another chair over here. Beautiful, yeah. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you.
Okay, hi.
So maybe we'll grab one of these, because we are all... L'chaim, l'chaim. To this being a month of growth, to this being a month of connecting to the special energy that this month holds and accessing, tapping in through the unique present space that Hashem has allowed us. L'chaim.
Amen.
I made a bracha a little earlier.
No, I didn't. Can I say it now?
Is that,
After the fact?
wine? Is it not wine? Oh,
It is no,
oh,
just the water of life.
oh.
This is the month of growing. So have just embarked on the amazing expedition of Shevat. Now, today we're going to explore what Shevat really means. What is Shevat? This amazing month. We see that there is a wheel turning throughout the year. The wheel turns. And as the wheel turns, it invites different seasons. And we're actually right now not at the center of a season, but we're at the liminal space between seasons. And again, this year, Colorado is an exclusion to everything I'm about to say. We've had an anomaly of a year here. But in general, as we have, at least according to the secular months, we'll have November, December, January. We know those as the very depth of the winter. Right?
Are you talking about the tree?
We will be.
Holiday?
We will be very much talking about the tree holiday.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that we're all trees?
No.
Are we all trees? I think we're all trees, right? This is very much a tree day and a tree month. We'll sing it one more time. We are all trees. We are all trees. All right, can we once again plant our feet? And our branches go high. And our roots go deep, and our branches go high, and our roots go deep. We are all trees. We are all trees. We are all so deep. So this is the month of trees, right? There's a debate between two great sages, Hillel and Shammai. And Hillel tells us that the new year of the trees takes place on the 15th day of the month of Shevat, as we commonly know it as Tu B'Shvat. Tu being the letters Tet, Vav, 9 and 6 equals 15. Silly that it's 9 and 6. Why not 10 and 5? Well, 10 and 5 does what?
Hashem.
Spells out Hashem's name. So we don't want to just use that in lighter talk. So we use 9 and 6. Tes and Vav, Tu B'Shvat.
What name of Hashem is 10 and 5?
Yud and Hey.
What is...
We'll pronounce it in common tongue as...
I don't know.
So it's the first two letters of the Yud Kei Vav Kei, but it itself is a name called Ka, if we say it in common tongue. But if you're davening, it'll have Ka, but instead of the K, it'll be a Y. Like yeah, but pronounced slightly different. Yeah, but Ka. Everyone catching my drift? Amazing. So, 15 would spell Hashem's name, so Tu B'Shvat, Tes, Vav, 9 and 6, the 15th day. This is Hillel, the new month of the trees. Shammai says that the new month of the trees is actually
Today.
the first day of Shevat, today. So, happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody. Shana Tova, Metuka. It's Rosh Chodesh, but it's according to one interpretation, it's the Shana Tova of the trees. So I want to wish you all a brand new Shana Tova. Should be new blossoming, new energy, new light, new life coming through. We know that any argument that's had between our sages is not truly an argument. They're actually revealing different facets of the same true Torah. I'll say that again. Any argument is not actually I'm right or you're right. Although at the end of the day, there is one way we have to go. But they're all revealing a different lens, a different facet of this brilliant diamond. The diamond of Torah shines in so many different directions. And every sage is giving us a different... As we know, it says, Shivim Panim LaTorah. There are 70 faces, or 70 facets of the Torah. So today is Rosh Hashanah for the trees, and not just for the trees outside of us, out in the fields, out in the orchards, out in the playgrounds, but for the tree inside of us, the inner tree. Today we're going to explore a little bit about what that means.
What does Shevat mean?
Shevat. Shevat is etymologically identical to the word.
Shabbat.
So very close to Shabbat. Phonetically though, the tes and the tuf is interchangeable. So we're going to talk about it. How Shevat actually is a revelation of the light of Shabbat or Shabbos. For those that didn't understand what Shabbat was. Sabbaticals. So, tree. When I say the word tree, trees, what are some of the defining characteristics we know that trees have? Anyone's welcome to share. Strength?
Roots.
Bark. Okay, so like an outer peel to them.
Shade.
Roots.
A trunk.
Leaves.
Chlorophyll.
Clean air.
Branches.
Fruits.
Could be fruit. Some kind of fruit.
Beautiful. Anything else?
Rebirth. It comes and goes.
A lot of trees have
Lots of
mushrooms
seasons.
that help them.
The mycelial fungal network under the ground. They call it the wood wide web. Absolutely.
Makes oxygen.
True.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm sure for every single one of those things that you just said, you can find a correlatory experience in the human world. In the human realm, we can find for every single one of those, right? We said bark. Bark is an exolayer. It's an exoskeleton that protects the inner. We all have that on the physical level, our skin. We have that on an emotional level. We have these different elements around us we build in order to protect that inner core. Not a bad thing, actually a really important thing. It's a way we interface, right? Fruits, the fruits of our labors, the things we've invested in, our roots, what is our history, where do we come from? What are some of the other things we said?
Leaves.
Our leaves.
Hair, beard.
What would you say leaves are on the
Hair,
personal
beard.
level?
I
And what?
said, the hair and the beard.
So on the physical level, the hair and the beard, right? This comes out of you. Very nice. Just like you could cut your hair, you could take leaves off without destroying the core. Very good.
Leaves are the way that the tree takes in sunlight. So it's also about like resource gathering and intake and digestion.
Very nice. We all do those as humans all the time. Very nice. So we're starting to get this picture that, wow, there are actually many incredible connections between a human and a tree. And actually the verse tells us, Adam Eitz Hasadeh, that a human being is the tree of the field. Every single one of us is actually a tree. But it's interesting, it doesn't just say every human being is a tree. It says every human being is a tree of the field. What does the field imply?
The world.
Community.
There's a lot of us, right? A singular tree is not a field. Every tree, every human being is so important, and our real magic comes when we're a tree of the field. Every once in a while, your tree maybe has to migrate away from the field. Your roots get up and start walking to its own little cliff, to its own little mountain, to its own little brook. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But we're also a field of trees. You know, there's a beautiful thing. We've all heard of the sequoia trees. One day Hashem should bless me to be able to visit them. Ugh, I would love to see them. I'm sure some of us here have. How magnificent are they?
Mind-boggling.
Are they the ones that are all connected by the roots?
Herzl, you already know everything I'm
And
going to say.
also the aspen trees, by the way, here in Colorado.
A lot of trees do that.
Very good. So Herzl's hitting the nail on the head over here. So it's very interesting because you wouldn't think that some of these huge, unbelievable, majestic trees that go so high in the earth, they would have these powerful roots that burrow into the depths of the soil. But is that the case? Not at all. Actually, their roots are incredibly shallow. So how do they not get toppled over? How are they able to grow so strong, so tall for so many years? Because
They're connected.
their roots interweave with each other.
All the trees.
And they create a wood-wide network that all the trees hold on to each other. And as one they hold hands, and as one they hold beings. And as one, they create a web that makes them greater than the sum of the parts. This is the power of a minyan. This is the power of a community. We're here. Dear friends, look around. This is our field. Or this is a section of our field. Our field extends beyond this room as well. To all the people in our beautiful community, to all the people in our families, all the people in our circles. We all have a field. And I want you maybe right now to think about 2 trees in your field that you would like to interlock more with. Who would be someone in your world that through touching roots and holding each other would really help you stand strong? And you feel like maybe you could be a great support to help them stand strong. Who would be a beautiful person, 2 people, to hold that? We're just gonna sit for 20 seconds with that. If you want, you can close your eyes and think about it. If you want, you can take a deep breath. I recently had a dream. And in this dream, I had the honor of seeing a very special Tzadik who right now lives in Eretz Yisrael. He's an amazing, amazing Tzadik. His name is the Yanuka. I don't know if anyone's heard of him. The Yanuka? Anyone heard of this guy?
You mentioned him.
He's unbelievable. He is a young, I believe he's 37 years old. He, in addition to being someone who has the entire Torah, the written Torah, the oral Torah, the commentators, the mysteries accessible to him at every single moment, it's all laid out in front of him. In addition to being that, and by the way, I can attest to it. I sat in a class of his for an hour and a half, 2 hours. He closes his eyes and just speaks Torah, quoting the exact place where every single quote comes from. He has 50, 60, 100 quotes in a talk, and he's able to pinpoint exactly what page, what chapter, he has the full Torah in front of him. In addition to that, though, every word of Torah that he speaks with warmth and love and care and inspiration and kindness and wanting to bring people closer to Hashem. He's like amazing, and people come to him and he gives them blessings, and the miracles that happens from his blessings are amazing.
Where does he live?
He lives in Israel. I'm forgetting the exact town that he lives in. It's not in, I believe it's not in Jerusalem. It might be closer to Tel Aviv. It's a town like outside of Tel Aviv. But the things he's doing is unbelievable. Some of my greatest teachers and some of my greatest mentors in Shevat, people with long white beards and who have been studying Torah their whole lives and who have been teaching Torah to hundreds and many hundreds. I've seen them at his class, sitting by him, learning from him. Something special.
He's a prodigy.
They call him the Yanuka. The Yanuka is a reference to a story in the times of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the great Rashbi. When there was a little child that encountered the Rashbi and his friends, and this little child just started speaking the deepest Torahs, the deepest mysteries, as if the world was open in front of him. And so from a young age, his name is Rabbi Yehuda Shlomo Adar. as he was just starting to get known, people are like, this is unbelievable. Here's a 13, 15, 18, 22-year-old kid who knows Torah and loves people beautifully. Anyway, I had a dream of him, and he said, Shalom, it's very important that you have two people who are your yedidim. A yedid is like a beloved friend, a close beloved friend, someone who I love spending time with, who I want to be close with. It was a little more. But anyway, I think I've been thinking and contemplating upon this. And to be in a field of trees, to be in a field and especially to know the trees that are around you and to strengthen those connections with those that are around you, so special. So special. Like, we're here all together. And by coming and learning together and by coming and sitting together, we're strengthening this field. All of a sudden, if one of us is feeling a little bit wiggly, a little bit knocked over, the gusts of winds and the hail has been coming for us, lean into your friends, find friends and let them lean into you. And all of a sudden we could hold each other in amazing ways. Amazing, amazing ways.
I find if you come to shul, you make new friends. And they pull you up.
Mamish.
I found that too.
Mamish, and if I must say, every single one of you have given me such an opportunity to teach Torah and to sit with you all and sing with you all, and this has been a great support for me. You all are amazing neighboring trees. It's an honor and a pleasure to intertwine roots.
It goes from us to you as well.
Oh, that's.
I feel it. Okay, so every month has distinct characteristics. And these characteristics were outlined in an amazing book, Sefer Yetzirah, which is attributed to none other than Avraham Avinu, our great ancestor. Who knew? Avram wrote a book. Avraham wrote a book. It is this book of one of the most mysterious cryptic Torahs, and in it he goes through all the months and gives them unique characteristics. Now you have to remember, Avram grew up in a house of idolatry. Avraham was one of the greatest stargazers ever. He's so great that Hashem brought him beyond the stars. He realized that all the codes that are happening in the influence of astrology and astronomy are really real. But a Jew is not limited to them. This is Hashem brought him above the stars, above the limit to the code of what's destined to come. And yet, these are real energies, and so we should know how to dance with them too. We could transcend them, but we should be well aware of them on how to dance with it. So in it, he talks about that every month has an element. And the element of the month, could you guess? Fire, water, earth, air?
Sure. Earth?
One might think, right? Earth, you would think. But actually, it's water. They say, why is Tu B'Shvat the birthday of the trees? Why is it the birthday of the trees? The birthday of the trees should be like by Pesach time. The cherry blossoms are beautiful. The fruits are coming. This is the blossoming time. This should be the new year, when we could taste the fruits. Spring should be.
Spring.
But as we know that the Jewish day starts at the crack of dawn, no. The Jewish day starts
Sunrise.
at the previous night. The previous night is the time when the Jewish day starts. We take in Shabbos Friday night. We enter into things. A Jew realizes that the fruits and the joy and the light comes from the hidden blessings, from the work, from the cold. This is the time when actually the rains of winter start getting drawn up through the roots of the trees. You can imagine the tree hibernates and the tree freezes. It doesn't really need any more. It's had spring, it's had all this. It hibernates and freezes its system. And as the earth starts to thaw in this month, the tree starts to accept water again and allow water to come into its roots. It's not the glorious blossoming of spring. It's not the smelling of the wildflowers. It's not the tasting of the sweet fruit. But it is the beginning of the growth. The beginning of the newness, the change from winter to spring. And it's very quiet. It's very subtle.
It's February. Come on. You must be talking about Israel where it's different climate.
Yeah.
Not here.
In what regard?
It's still so cold in February. In 12 days, 15 days, it's freezing. It's not real. It's still the middle of winter. Maybe in Israel it's different,
But it's the same month here in Colorado as it is in Israel.
but it's warmer.
So you
Here it's
can,
freezing.
so
Time.
totally in some regard you can say it's climate dependent.
Yeah.
To another capacity, I would say that the at least the northern hemisphere of the Earth, this is the time. You're right. It's cold still.
Freezing.
Is it as freezing? Generally, I'd be interested to see the statistics. If you had to take the February stats of average what the temperature is in February and what the temperature is in January,
It's warm. A little warm.
a little warmer. This is, my friend, as we said, this is not the time when you're ready to get your beach towel. This is not the time when you're out there in a t-shirt.
But then again, yeah,
It's
you
starting.
consider that the Torah was written in the other hemisphere, so yeah.
Right, in a big way, the Torah operates, but still over here.
It's a transition.
It's the transition. This is the point. Exactly, Herzl. This is the point. It is not the full warmth. It's not you in a t-shirt. It's you starting to see the sun rays again. Starting to see the sun rays. And spiritually, if we had to think about what is the spiritual experience of winter, spring, and summer, winter is all about conservation. Do you understand that? The squirrel burrows away all of its nuts. The bear fills its belly as much as it can, and then it burrows into its cave. The winter conserves. The spring blossoms. It's ready for newness, new life. This is also the calling for all of us. There's newness and new life, and there's new water coming in. What is water? We've talked about water so many times. Oh, we love water, right? Water is just the most simple yet so not simple thing, and yet so beautiful. Water, we say water always descends from a high place to a low place. Water in its natural state is flowing downward. This is representative of Hashem's wisdom, of the great light of Hashem. We want to grow, we want to blossom, we want to progress. I'm telling you, friends, all the self-help books in the world, Tony Robbins courses, and wherever you're trying to get your inspiration from, it all couldn't do anything for you unless you had divine assistance. Unless the waters of Hashem are flowing and Hashem says it's time for this to blossom. So how do we reach up? How do we get that divine assistance? Well, you have to become a bucket for Hashem's light. Hashem's light, Hashem's water is flowing all the time, right? The Kotzker Rebbe was asked, where is Hashem? Where is God? And he answered, wherever you let him in. Implying that he's everywhere. But in order for him to be sensed by us, in order for us to access Hashem as a living reality in our hearts, we have to open and welcome him in. We have to say, Hashem, welcome. Here you are. The Sefer Yetzirah, the book written by Avraham, tells us that the special letter that's attributed to the month of Shevat is the Tzadik. Tzadik. Some people pronounce it Tzadi, right? I'm sure some of us heard that, right? We say Samach Ayin Pei, Tzadik, Tzadi, but this is a very special letter, the Tzadik. First of all, the Tzadik is actually in the word for tree, Ayin Tzadik. Eitz. Ayin Tzadik. And ayin is the defining letter of the previous month. Tevet. So Tevet Shvat, according to the mystical code, actually spells eitz. Actually spells tree. Tevet is ayin. Shvat is Tzadik. Now, if you have ayin Tzadik, what is an ayin?
An eye.
Ayin's an eye. Someone's been doing the Duolingo. Amazing.
Actually, it's from the picture I sent you the picture of.
Which one again?
The picture I got in Shvat with all the Hebrew. In the dead center, because I'm learning Hebrew, I thought it was a lamed and a bet. And I talked to ChatGPT and it said, no, that's just a calligraphic instance of ayin, and ayin means eye.
Very good.
So.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Wasn't Duolingo.
No, amazing. So this ayin is an eye. An eye is a gate, is a window. Where are we putting our eyes? Where are our eyes directed? My friends, right now there's so much out there. You could look at whatever you want nowadays. Anything you want. You want to watch any movie in the world. You want to watch any nature documentary. You want to look at any animal. You want to do anything you want to see in the world. Any corner of the world. There's a capacity to see it. What are we looking at? If our eyes are looking at the right things, then you get ayin Tzadik. Your eyes are the gateway to becoming a Tzadik. Your eyes are the gateway to growth. The first gate of growth is through our visual cortex. It's just the most immediate way we interact with the world.
What are 18 gates?
18 gates that are senses, or...
I think sense.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's 5 primary that I know of. Then there's other ones that are like the sense of laughter, the sense of, right? There's a sense of surprise. There's different senses that are more emotive, but I know of 5 sensory senses: seeing, smelling, touching, tasting, and hearing. Right? So, when we keep our eyes focused on the right thing, and by the way, this is not just about like what we physically see. How about the way we look at ourselves? How's my internal eye? How do I look at myself? Do I have a critical eye? Is my eye constantly judging things and fetching and being upset? Or do I have a soft eye? A soft eye, a kind eye, an eye that brushes over others' mistakes, an eye that brushes over others' hurts to us, and is able to see that, okay, I have the capacity to zoom in and focus on what I want to focus. And if actually I am focused on a negative situation, if something's negative happening in my life, true, there is reason to see that. But it also is indicative that that is where your lens is pointed. Because we can point our lens elsewhere. I can recognize that, okay, I'm really not thrilled about the way I stubbed my toe this morning. That was really owie. But if I spend my whole day, oh, this day's a terrible day. I stubbed my toe in the morning. Oh, I'm still, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Get out of here. What do you want? I am looking at my day through the lens of my hurt. But if I have, that was owie. Okay. I can still make this a good day. What are we going to focus on? How am I going to move forward? Right? And input your stubbed toe for whatever your difficult situation is, right? I could see. So when I have an ayin to a tzaddik, this is the beginning of growth. Where am I putting my attention on? Where's my focus? And what I focus on will grow. What I focus on will grow. You know, as I raise my son, I don't know how much I should, give from him, but I think it's cute. I don't think it's such a bad thing. My son sometimes puts his hand in his mouth, right? He has new teeth coming in. Sometimes his hand goes in his mouth. Now, the way I was raised and the way many of us could possibly raise was Don't put your hand in your mouth. 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 Don't. No, take your hand out of your mouth. The focus, the entire focus is hand in the mouth, hand in the mouth, hand in the mouth, hand in the mouth, hand in the mouth. And what that essentially does is it actually grows that behavior or creates incredible resistance to the constant redirection from that behavior. So instead, what do I tell him? Let's have dry hands. Oh, dry hands. I could keep my hands dry. Instead of oh, yeah, you're right, I do want dry hands. Cool. Then it's nice to shake people's hands, it's nice to fist bump. It's actually going to be so much better for me when my hands are dry.
Positive, not a negative.
And I sit with him on this, and we speak about this whenever he has it, and he's gotten really good at it. And there's very little angst or anger or resistance to me that I'm redirecting him. Because I'm not telling him no. Because then I'm just growing the no and growing the frustration. So I'm telling him yes. Yes, dry hands is going to help us. Yes. Whatever I focus on will grow. Whatever I put my attention on, I'll find more reason to see it. And not only will I find more reason to see it, the electromagnetic waves that go out from my being and interact with the world will create more situations like that. I emanate an energy. I emanate a frequency. The frequency that I am dialed into will create and manifest more of what comes about in my life. Or I am a tree. What I water the tree with, I will get more of. If I water my tree with positive thoughts, with positive words, with goodness, you know what you might just see more of in your life? Positivity and goodness and wonderful things and joy, because this is what I am growing. And chas v'shalom, if I listen to the news all day, ... If I'm kvetching all day, ... Right? Shouldn't even come along our way. We all know. What are we growing? What are we putting our eyes on? When you have Teves, when you have the work, the month that we just finished, going into Shevat, the ayin going into the Tzadik, when you keep your eyes, your outer retention and your inner retention, your vision and your perspective, when you keep them on the right things, you blossom a good tree, a Tzadik tree. And this Tzadik tree, if you look at do you have a pen here? Shkoyach, Herzl. I told you, your lightning just mamish makes my lightning so much better. If you look at a tzaddik, especially the end tzaddik, which is the one in the word eitz, right? We have ayin and then the end tzaddik. In its most simplest form, it looks like this.
Like a tree.
What is that? It's a tree. It's what'd you say? It's a martini. One of the ways of growing social interactions. We'll put a little olive in there. All right.
Yeah, but the regular tzaddik is all curly, like all the leaves.
Oh, so the regular tzaddik is a very interesting.
Curly.
Oh, so you're the cursive tzaddik. You're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Right. There's something to that too. And actually, the tzaddik that's not the end tzaddik is similar, but it has the earth. It's the tree planted in the earth. This one, right? You have the tree right in the plane of earth.
Oh, down.
This is what being a tzaddik is, my friends. Being a tzaddik is not some woo-wee, I'm prophesizing and I'm the holiest. No, get out of here. Being a tzaddik is having your hands open to what Hashem wants from you. See that? Mm-hmm. Having your hands wide open to seeing what Hashem wants from you. Allowing your bucket to receive the water. For this month, the constellation of this month is Aquarius. Come from the word aqua. In Hebrew, the word for Aquarius, especially ancient Kabbalistic teachings, is dili, which is a bucket. Do we all see the vessel? We all see the bucket? Keeping your hands open, the vessel right here, right? Keeping your hands open, keeping your perspective open to where is Hashem going to take me, Hashem? Where do you want me to grow? I need your help to do it. I can't do it on my own. Hashem, I can't even breathe on my own. I couldn't even take one little step. I couldn't move my finger if it was just me. Hashem, I need your help to grow. And I'm ready for your light, the light of the sun. The sun, Kabbalistically, represents Hashem's name of Yud Kei Vav Kei. The sun is Yud Kei Vav Kei. The moon is corresponding the shame. It could either correspond to the shame Adnai, Aleph Daled Nun Yud, or Elokim. We'd pronounce it Ado and then Nai, right? And then Elokim. So the sun is Hashem's great light, Hashem's water, Hashem's wisdom, Hashem's perspective, teaching us how to live, enters into our bucket, enters into our roots, enters into the earth, into the pools that the earth has made to receive this new watering. And then Hashem's light shines upon the tree as well, thawing it out, bringing newness and goodness and warmth into the world. Wisdom and faith, wisdom and faith, wisdom and faith, water and sunlight. Wisdom and faith. Hashem's wisdom and Hashem's faith. What time is it? We got a little more time? Baruch Hashem. We got some more time.
You should also mention that the Tzadik is also grounded at the level to bring that divine light from above downward to the earth.
Absolutely. Exactly. The Tzadik is not flying. The Tzadik is tapped in. That Hashem is with me, Hashem has a plan, I'm here for it. But I also am fully cognizant, present, and locked in to this world. Not as an independent entity, but as the place and the ground in which the great game unfolds. This is where Hashem put the great game, right here. Am I going to choose right? Am I going to water myself with water, with living waters, with Torah, with the inner Torah? Or am I going to pour am I going to pour Coca-Cola on the roots? Would you pour Coca-Cola into your plant?
No.
Why would you pour it into your body?
Because it tastes so
tarnish
good.
a penny. It'll
Well,
tarnish
it
a
used to
penny.
have cocaine when I was a kid.
Oh, so there was reasons back in the day to have it. But nowadays, why...
It burned and it was
Did
so
it? You
good.
remember its actual Coke days?
Sure.
That's wild.
We would go downtown
That's why it's
to
called
Woolworths.
Coca.
Nachon?
From the
It had a tiny bit in
Yeah,
there.
that's
Hey,
where
Vic.
you get Coca-Cola from cocaine.
1800s.
They definitely have our best interests at heart. They're definitely looking out for us, guys.
It was a doctor that invented it. He invented it as a painkiller.
Yes, I know.
Right, then we just spread it out, and now it's just pure
Cocaine.
poison. But it tastes
Yeah.
good.
Oh, it was a
If you wouldn't give your plant something,
sweet.
think twice of whether you'd give it to yourself. That's it, right? Was that probably a pretty good structure to live by?
no.
You wouldn't give it milk either.
No, but you can put
milk
milk on the
is
leaves
good.
and makes them shine.
Or
Oh.
brisket. Brisket.
No, but if milk or brisket was poured on the ground anywhere, within days, it would become totally natural organic matter and even help the soil grow.
Wait a second.
I don't know if that's a fact. I am not a botanist. I actually have no idea if that's true. If this video goes out, put it in the comments if you know what's up with that. But I would assume that organic matter that comes from plants, comes from animals, once it goes back to the ground, it pretty much decomposes really well. But they actually did a study that if you take a McDonald's burger and put it on the ground, it'll stay like that for like a year.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it.
You're kidding.
Ants don't want it. Plants don't want it. Nobody wants it. Why would you want it? Because they put a bunch of garbage in it that somehow sets off your taste buds and makes you all excited. Whoa, this is great. No, nothing in the natural world wants it. If stuff returns to the earth, it'll probably pass through you quite naturally, and do the right things and give energy to you as well. Right?
I take it back because we have the land of milk and honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I take
Very
it
good.
back.
Very good, Jackie. Land of milk and honey.
Yes.
Ugh. And so the honey is a perfect segue to what we're going to talk about next. Fruits grow all delicacies. Now you might say, okay, I might have had that didn't come from a fruit. But most sweet things, most blossoming things are synonymous with the fruits of our labor, with the joyful things, right? A fruit is not your essential vitamins and minerals. A fruit is what you have for dessert to bring joy and natural deliciousness into your life. A fresh mango, pineapple, a
peach in the
peach,
summertime.
Blueberries are good for you.
blueberries. They are good for you, no doubt about it. But they don't usually constitute your essential meal, right? Kabbalistically, there's the nature of bread, which is usually seen as the staple. And fruits are the delicacies of life. Delicacies are amazing. But delicacies are meant to be touched, not devoured. If you're having the entire tub of ice cream, take a breath, put it down. If you're having the entire tray of chocolates, take a breath. Now to finish your whole bowl of beans and rice is okay, right? There's a staple and then there's a delicacy. And there's a dance in all of our lives about what am I engaging in and to what degree am I engaging in it. Because a Tzadik, the verse tells us, the Tzadik eats to satisfy his soul while the wicked's belly is never full. Again, a Tzadik eats to satiate his soul, but the wicked's belly is never full. How does eating satisfy the soul? So in addition to making sure that my body is energized, I could have delightful things. And these delightful things are actually a great gift from Hashem. And actually the main time that we're meant to engage with delightful things, what's called the tastes of the world to come, is Shabbos, Shevat, Shabbat. Shevat, Shabbat. They both hint to the delicacies. And interestingly enough, right, Kabbalistically, you can totally interchange phonetically similar letters. So even though one's a tes and one's a tuf, you can totally interchange those. For example, we say about Pesach that it's a speaking mouth. But the problem is, sach, which we say is mouth, is spelled sinches and not samaches, like Pesach is. But since it's phonetically similar, we're able to interchange them. So, the time of Shabbos is the time of delicacies. It is especially the time where I am opening up to the delights of Hashem. Where I could have that extra special dessert. Where I could engage in a friendly game of mahjong or input here, right? This Shabbos is actually an amazing time to find what you love to do and do it. Try your best that it's within the confines of what Torah tells us is good and healthy for Shabbos, right? There's certain parameters that really keep Shabbos sacred. But within the confines of that, try to find something that's so fun and so wonderful for you. And this will allow the revelation of the great Son, of Hashem's Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, of Hashem's great name. And Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, if you split it up in half, Yud-Kei we said is how much? Values how much? Yud and Hey? It's 15, right? And Vav-Kei is, you have Vav 6 and 5. 11. Tu B'Shvat is the 15th day of the 11th month. Literally spelling out Hashem's name. This is the time when the great Son of Hashem comes to the world, thaws out the cold, allows us to start working on new projects. Right? We said winter is conserved. The winter is the time to double down on what you've been doing. Make sure it's working well. But now is the time to Dream. This is the time to blossom. This is the time to try that new activity you might have been thinking about. Hey, I'd really love to learn pottery. I'd really love to paint. I'd really love to start this business venture. I would love to really start this project, start this initiative, help this person. Whatever you're looking to do, this is an unbelievably fortuitous time to embark upon that new endeavor. Growth. New lifeblood is entering the trees. New lifeblood is entering our trees. We're going to see ourselves with more energy. We're going to see ourselves more in the sun, more light shining upon our face, the cold apathy of winter falling away, the warmth of Hashem's light coming and inviting itself more into our hearts. And through that, really growing in amazing, amazing ways. You know what the biggest shame would be? The biggest shame in the whole world would be next year, Rosh Chodesh Shevat, and you're still sitting in front of the same person that you are today.
Sitting in front.
If we were sitting in front of each other and you were looking at the same me as I am today, oof. Someone give me a good kicking. Someone do something. If you see the same person next year that you see this year.
I told you that story. For those of you that were here around Yom Kippur, the rabbi told a story about a rabbi that he had issues with back in Israel. And time passed.
Can we call it challenges?
Fair enough. Time passed and he reached out, and it prompted me to reach out to my uncle, who I haven't talked to in 20 years. And I sent a simple email, and I just said, I'm sorry. So we reconnected, and he came over, he met my wife, and we had dinner. And he is the same man he was 20 years ago. He's bitter, he's angry, he pisses and moans about everything. And I said to my brother, I said, it's sad, he's the same person. And my brother seemed surprised by what I said. But it's exactly what you're talking about. I don't want to be the same person in a year.
God forbid.
None of us want to be the same person. Our reason we're here is to grow. And what you're talking about is all of us doing something different.
Absolutely. And as our sages say, as long as there are breath in their lungs, as long as there is a spark in our soul, as long as Hashem still has us in this world, He expects us to grow.
The spiral. Higher.
Keep growing higher and higher. And guess what? Let me tell you, the growth doesn't stop after this world. People think, once I get to the next world, I'll be able to chill. I'll be in the Garden of Eden. I'll have each culture their own, right? I'll have my 72 Talmidei Chachamim, 72 Torah teachers. All right.
I heard somewhere that people don't change. They become more of what they are.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We're not here to change. We're here to grow.
Everyone has.
We're here to grow, right? Exactly. You don't want to distort your core. Your core of who you are is not something that we're here to move away from. Growth is actually a manifestation of the inner coming outer. The core, the trunk of the tree, stepping into new branches, creating new fruits, blossoming in new ways. We're not here to knock your tree over. We're to transplant it. You are meant to be you, rooted in your native soil, growing as you are as a great pecan tree. We're not trying to make you an orange tree. Don't become an orange tree. If I try to do that, I'm actually going to destroy who you are. And it's probably not going to work. Grow as a pecan tree. Grow as a whatever your tree is, right? Blossoming. And we see that the literal natural process of growth feels this like unfolding from the inner to the outer, from the stem to the bark, from the roots to the branches. There's an unfolding that happens. And it's very beautiful. It actually very much mirrors the geometric dynamic of a proton. They tell us that there's a shape that plays out from the atomic and even micro quantum scale to the cosmic scales. And the shape, it's not a static shape, it's a dynamic moving shape. The bones of it look like a donut. The bones, imagine a donut. Can we all think of a donut? We all love donuts. Donuts are great, right? We just had Hanukkah. We love donuts. The bones of the shape is a donut, but the fluid dynamic that happens within the shape looks like this. And I'll try to do it as accurately as I can. Is everyone seeing that? It looks like a donut, but as it gets through the core, there is a tight winding of its energy. As it arises up, there's a spreading. Its energy is not as dense on the outer rim of the experience. Its energy is more loose, and then it comes to a more condensed form as it goes like this. What if I told you that almost every physical phenomenon that you know takes on this shape? Protons, that's how they spin. Whirlpool, we see a part of that dynamic flow, right? Trees have this in one of the most beautiful ways. This is the trunk of the tree, the strongest condensed experience of the energy of that tree. That's why it is physical. We see it. It's evident. There's a strong condensation of its energetic imprint. And it spreads out. And then over here, the same amount of energy is now dissipated in holding a larger space, so it's not as physical. It's its energetic imprint. And then it comes back around and condenses in the roots. And from the roots grows up. This is the end. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see that imagery? This is the trunk of the tree, the branches of the tree, the roots of the tree, and this is the space, the canopy, the shade, as you said earlier, the energetic holding of the tree. You'll see this repeat from whirlpools to trees to acorns to apples. An apple has that same shape as well. Does everyone see that in an apple? Unbelievable. The core to literally the flow of planets and galaxies. They will mirror this. And there's an amazing book, if anyone wants to dive deeper into this stuff. It's an unbelievable book to learn about this called Cosmometry. Like cosmic geometry, but it has the word mom in there because the mama is the birthing of reality. The mama is the sacred vessel of this realm that Hashem infuses his light into to hold and blossom life. We are the fertile soil that Hashem gives seed to create. And so Hashem permeates all space. And so Hashem permeates us. And we ourselves have this dynamic energy where the greatest condensation of our being is right where we are. But make no mistake, you are not just right where you are where you project your thoughts. You are where you put your focus. You are where you put your energy. This is the extension of your energetic field. And as you extend, and as you grow, and as you branch out more, you actually get to take more and more blessing, more and more water, more and more responsibility, more and more growth into your field. But we got 4 seconds. 3, 2.